Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm a 25, 30-year pro makeup artist. I'm creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass. Is Mature Makeup Masterclass for you? You won't know till you go check out the intro video. I'll post it in description today. All you have to do is click the title of any video, anywhere on YouTube, click the title of the video and a menu pops down or a little description pops down and you hit more, and that's where everyone keeps their links. I feel like you guys know YouTube so much better than I do, but I'm always surprised when people can't find links because that's how you find them. Okay, so I'm going to be very quick today. I'm going to do the most simple Saint look, just an everyday look. I want to show you how easy it is. So easy, so pretty, so creamy, so radiant. Case in point, I've been selling Saint for 3 years. It'll be 3 years in November. And my sister-in-law has never tried it, but I hooked her mom up with it. Her mom had just suffered through her second round of breast cancer, and I wanted to gift her a bunch of Saint makeup to make her feel beautiful, and she fell in love with it, and everyone in her life was like, this is so pretty. And so my sister-in-law said, hey, I think I'd really like to try it, because she does not wear makeup. She does not. And I said, sure. So I sent her a bunch this summer, and she just got around to using it today. She's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, please, we're all busy. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But she put it on today, and she's like, I think I did a good job. I watched your video a couple times. She's one of those very thorough people. And she went to her husband, my brother-in-law, and she said, how do you think my face looks? And after studying her face, he said, looks like you got a facial. And we're like, like that's what we want. We want our skin to be noticed, not our makeup. So I'm like, you just made my whole day. I'm going to tell that to my audience on YouTube. That just made my whole day. Okay, another thing. I guess I forget that some of you have been with me since the beginning. And, you know, with all, let's see all these drawers? All these drawers behind me are different brands from Ulta, Sephora, online brands. So there's a lot of competition out there, right? And so I know that some people came to Saint, loved it, but they get wooed away from other systems and different influencers talking about the magic, the magical foundation at Sephora that's gonna change your life, and you buy it and you're like, it didn't really change my life. Of course, because liquid foundation is always going to dry down, and it's always going to look cakey, and it's going to show texture. It's going to show all your pores. It's going to show facial hair. Liquid foundation is rarely pretty. When I do wear liquid foundation, it's very rare, but when I do, I wear very dewy, hydrating formulas, and then I have this everywhere underneath it, so it can't dry down, and it can't get in lines and creases. And do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, well, why not just wear Saint all the time then? Because it's so pretty. So a lot of people have reached out in just this past week and said, do you think I need to resubmit for a color match? I haven't, really updated my colors in 2 years. And a lot of people were in Candlelit, they were in Amber, they were in Mango. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't have Athens? You don't have Hazel? Listen, there's a whole bunch of you out there that don't know Athens and Hazel. So real quick, Athens, that looks yellow there. And I suspect they're getting more yellow. And I keep telling them, y'all are getting too yellow. But anyway, Athens, when it came out, was very neutral. It still is compared to other colors. Athens, I would say, is like let's just say Estee Lauder double wear, because I feel like everyone in the world has tried that. I would say that falls into like a too neutral. Okay, if you have anything in your foundation title, look in your drawers. Any of your foundations say buff or light neutral or light to medium neutral, that's going to be Athens. And remember, it looks deeper in the pan than it's going to go on the skin. Okay, here's Athens. Look. See, that's not deep. It looks deeper because cream makeups look deeper in the pan. They also look deeper on our website. So you just have to trust me when I pick a color for you and you're like, ooh, it looks too deep. Trust me, okay? We also came out with a color called Hazel. Hazel is so beautiful. Hazel is like Estee Lauder Double Wear Medium. It's like if you have anything called shell beige or rose beige. Hazel is a deeper medium tone that has more of a rosy reddish undertone, not a yellow, no yellow in Hazel. And I want to show you Hazel real quick because it's gorgeous. And I put a ton of women in Hazel. Hazel is right here. Look at that. That's not scary. It looks dark on the website, but it's not. Look, here it is on my hand. Okay. Look at that. No yellow. It's a true neutral. Look, it's too dark for me, kind of, not really, but look, I'm gonna put it on my nose just so you can see, because my nose is where I have texture, right? I have texture on my nose. I have texture through my parentheses. That's Hazel, and I'm considered light skin. I'm light, possibly in the summer, light to medium. That's Hazel. If you have a lot of brick in your chest, you're kind of reddish, reddy, bronzy, you need Hazel. I put tons of women in Hazel, just through the middle. Then we can go lighter out here, okay? You see what I'm saying? So Athens and Hazel could be a whole new world for some of you. And you don't even have to go through the color match. You could just email me, or you can just go, you know what? I know that I'm a little bit darker and a little bit more neutral than my previous colors, and just get Athens and Hazel. Boom, solved, easy, right? I put a ton of women. Look at that on my nose. It looks great. Okay, and look at how deep that looks compared to me right here. Look how deep that looks. It's not, it's gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna get started. Okay, I'm gonna do my whole face in Athens. My blush is Dahlia, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of ash as my bronzer. I'm not chiseling my face today. This is a fast everyday look, and I'm also gonna put a little bit on my eyes, put on lips, boom, we're done. Okay. So we're at 7 minutes. That was a long intro. I apologize, but I'm going to show you right now how fast this is. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in. I don't want to do bronzer. I don't want to do Bella just because we're going into fall. We're going into cooler weather. I don't want a bronzy look, but I want a little bit of dimension to my face, just a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to take this tiny bit of ash. And see, that's not dark and scary, and it's not gray and muddy. It's very pretty. I'm just taking a tiny bit, and I'm going on the, ignore Tate. I'm going where my bronzer would go, kind of the corners of the forehead. Now, if you have a short forehead, you can just kind of do a bronzer or a bronzer on the corners of your forehead. Don't forget to push it a little bit into the hairline so you don't see just, okay, look at that. That is so pretty. It's pretty because it's almost like a cool bronzer. I love ash. Ash is very pretty. And then I'm going to do a little bit on my jawline back to my hair. But I don't want it to look super chiseled. I want it just to give my face a little dimension. Isn't that pretty? Don't worry, we're going to put foundation over it, okay? This is just my fast everyday look. Go back to the hairline a little bit. We don't want to do the temples. You can go back at the hairline, but we don't want to fill in that temple right there the way young women do, because we don't want to hollow out any more than we already are. We already are hollowing out right there, okay? If whatever's left on the brush, you could take a little bit under the jawline if you want. You could definitely go on the jawline if you want. Just depends how you feel, but I usually go right there, a little bit. Oh, look, I still have Athens right there. It's so pretty. Okay, so that's the only thing I have on my face so far. We have just a little bit of ash. I'm assuming you've done your skin prep. I'm assuming you've done your SPF. Okay, I'm doing the side of my nose and the bottom of my nose. Okay, there. Now I haven't blended it yet, so don't be scared. Then I'm going to take this side of my detail brush and I'm going to take some more ash and I'm going to go right into the crease of my eye, just to give my eyes the tiniest bit of dimension. There, done, eyes are done. I'm not doing liner. This is just for a fast, everyday, out the door makeup, okay? We're only at 2 minutes. I've only been doing this for 2 minutes and I'm talking. So this can be done much quicker if you're not talking to an audience. And I'm supposing most of you are not talking to an audience every day when you're doing your makeup. Okay, so now I'm going in with Athens, and this is my main color. And I'm just going right on the top of my forehead. I'm not going up to, we don't have to go over this, don't worry. And then I'm going onto my cheeks, okay? Now notice I'm not going under my eyes because I'm not going to use this under my eyes. I'm going to use color corrector. And I find with mature skin, if you pat, tends to go on a little bit nicer for mature skin. We don't rub it around. We kind of pat it on. That way you get a little bit more coverage. Now, if you like less coverage, then you can kind of swoop it around a little bit and blend it with the brush. But I kind of just pat, okay? Pat, we're just doing this. Doing a little bit on the jawline, taking it up to that little ash contour, bronzer, okay? Kind of going over it a little bit so we still have some dimension. And I could even go in with, I put a lot of people in one lighter color, just if you want to lighten up your jawline, you can. That's why most people have 2 colors, sometimes 3, depending on what your face is showing me, because we can customize it. Look at that. Now I have a lighter jawline. We can customize it. That's what makes this makeup so amazing, okay? So I'm gonna take a blender and I'm lightly patting it all in. Very, very, very lightly patting it all in, okay? Especially where the Athens and the ash come together, okay? And then we're gonna powder in a few minutes and it's all gonna make sense. But see, you're not really seeing, I just have a little dimension to my face without looking like I have a lot of bronzer or contour on, okay? Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a peach. Peach is if you have light purple or light blue under your eyes. If you have deeper color under your eyes, I'm probably gonna put you in a really scary color that looks orange, and it's scary. But I've done so many videos, and every time someone purchases from me, they're gonna get a little video of my how to put this all on, okay? I'm not gonna leave you high and dry. Not only do you have 3 years of videos here on YouTube, but I send a private video, and I do use that orange in my video because I want a lot of women to see how beautiful the orange is under the eyes, even though it looks crazy scary, okay? Sometimes whatever's left over, I'll go around the nose if there's a little bit of broken capillaries, okay? And then I'll take my lighter peach and I'll kind of go to the outer eye, kind of down the cheek a little bit. Okay, we're only at 6 minutes and I've been talking the whole time. Okay, so this is like, this takes no time at all. All right, and now I'm gonna take my beautiful pink, my beautiful, beautiful pink. The reason I like pink on so many women is because when we pinch our cheeks, we bring blood to the surface, and we all turn our own little shade of pink. If you are deeper, then I'm gonna pick a deeper pink for you, or I'm gonna pick like a beautiful red tone, because red tones are beautiful on deeper skin. Southeast Asian, Black, Hispanic. If you're deeper than J-Lo, I'm gonna put you in a beautiful red shade. Anyone lighter, although anyone can wear that pink, but do you see how pretty that is for every day? I put so many people in this Dahlia. We also have baby watermelon if you like a cooler pink, but you know what I like even better? raspberry, because raspberry has a little more blue in it and it reminds me of like that beautiful pink Dior. Okay, and then you can look at the mirror and go, okay, maybe that's a pinch too much blush for me. No problem. We pick up our foundation brush and we just tap over it a little bit and boom, look at that. Okay, let's take these out. I haven't powdered yet, so let's powder. But look at how nice and easy and pretty the face looks. Like I could go anywhere and I feel completely respectable. Okay, now I'm gonna take our feather blot powder because our feather blot powder blots. It blots shine and it blurs. It's a blurring, blotting powder. I love it. Now our vanilla dusting powder is a setting powder. I don't know, I need to revisit that because it has talc in it and I love talc. A lot of people are trying to get away from talc. Sephora no longer sells talc, the EU banned talc. And so that's why I'm so glad we have Feather Blot, because for those of you who are very concerned about talc, well, now you have a powder with no talc that not only blots shine, it blurs pores. It's just the prettiest powder. It's made with silica. Look at that. I still have a little bit of sheen, but I'm blurred. You can also take a tiny bit of it on the brush, tiny bit, and go around that contour on the eye, and it just makes the contour look like it's part of your skin and not any makeup whatsoever, okay? Now I'm gonna blot. I'm gonna put on one of our new pencils. This is Toffee, it's so pretty. It's kind of warm. It's like it looks like Max Spice to me. The original Max Spice, not Cool Spice. I love Mac Cool Spice. This looks like the original. It's a little warm. But soft, okay? There we go. My favorite lip pencil we make is Pepper. I love Pepper because it's cool. It's cool like a shadow, and you can even use it for nose contour, but that's a video for another time. Now I'm gonna take our beautiful Diamonds Are Forever. A beautiful, beautiful lip balm. So pretty. It's like a sheer, super, super, super sheer warm pink with a little bit of a gold shimmer. Here, I'm gonna show you on one of, okay, here's my finger. Do you see that? It's almost like nothing, but it does have a tiny bit of a shimmer in it. So it's like a sheer shimmer, but warm. And I love it. It's my favorite. It's the one I've worn for probably, I don't know, 2 years since it came out nonstop. And there we go. There's my whole face, okay? Could not be easier. Could not be easier. So if you're one of my OG customers and you're like, you know what, I think I do need to try Athens and Hazel, I'll put links below. Please always check and make sure my name's at the top of the shopping cart. That means so much to me, especially because we've had a big shift in the past year with the company. Also, if you are new to Seint and you're like, okay, I think it's time. This looks too easy. This is too pretty. I think it's time. Your sister-in-law's story convinced me. Get a free color match. It usually takes about 1 to 2 days to get your color match back. So, you know, doesn't take very long. And I do recommend pencils, and I do recommend new lip gelatos, you know. So, and I recommend brushes, so you know what brushes that I like the best. And yeah, so that's all in your free color match, and it's totally free, okay? Hang on to it because I don't save them. I don't save your photos. They go right into the trash the minute I'm done color matching. I can't possibly, I don't have enough storage for it. I think it's been almost 10,000 customers in 3 years. I don't have that much storage. And also, it makes you feel better knowing that I'm deleting your barefaced selfie right away, because so many of you are like, please don't ever show anyone. I would never. It's for my eyes only. And when I tell you we all look the same, we do. We all look the same with a barefaced selfie. There's nothing unique about your barefaced selfie. We all have flaws, okay? We're all aging. It's okay. You're in good hands. Usually I look at bare-faced selfies and go, wow, this woman's beautiful. So know that, okay? But it's a free color match. I'll put that in the description today as well. And I think that's it. I think that's it. So let me know if you have any questions. Maybe we could do a Q&A video soon. Maybe put some really good questions here or email them to me. And again, love your testimonials. Please, anytime you can send me a photo or a testimonial, I love it. Sometimes I ask if I can put it in stories, but I always ask for permission first. And that's it for now, okay? See you next week. Bye.